All right, let's talk about something really interesting. It's this quiet but super powerful force of attraction. I'm talking about the magnetism that just comes from someone being really good at what they do.
I mean, have you ever just been totally captivated watching someone in their element? Like a barista just nailing that perfect latte art, or a coder who's so deep in the zone they don't notice anything else, or maybe a storyteller who has everyone hanging on their every word. There's something hypnotic about it, right? It's this charisma that doesn't have to shout. It's way more powerful than any kind of bragging.
So what is that? What's happening there? Well, there's actually a name for it: competence magnetism. And that's what we're going to unpack today, this invisible force and what makes it tick.
Basically, it's that gut feeling, that natural pull we get when we see someone who is just genuinely skilled at something. And this has nothing to do with being arrogant or showing off, not at all. It's that deep, quiet confidence that just kind of radiates from a person who's really mastered their craft.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Fashions change, wealth can disappear, but a real, tangible skill, that's forever. It's like this universal currency that everyone, no matter where you are, just gets.
But why? Why do we feel that pull so strongly? Well, it's not random. It's actually baked right into our psychology. Our brains are literally hardwired to admire skill. So let's get into the why behind it all. It really comes down to two main things. On one hand, you've got the evolutionary drivers. Way back when, being skilled meant you could survive. You were stable. You had resources. Our primal brains are still looking for that stuff. And then you've got the social drivers. In today's world, competence tells us someone is intelligent, they're reliable. Bottom line, it signals that this is a person you can probably count on.
But competence is a huge word, right? It's not just one thing. It shows up all over the place. So let's look at 4 big categories where you can really see this magnetism in action.
First up, we've got practical skills. This is all about mastery over the physical world, stuff you can actually see and touch. It's that friend who can whip up an incredible meal with whatever's in the fridge, the mechanic who can just listen to an engine and know what's wrong, or the gardener whose backyard is just stunning. It's competence that has a real, tangible result.
Next, there are the creative skills. This is like watching magic happen, right? Someone creating something from absolutely nothing. Think about a musician just improvising a beautiful melody out of thin air, or a writer who puts together the perfect sentence. It's the magnetism of creation, of pure expression.
And we can't forget about social skills. This one is huge. It's the art of understanding people. It's that person who can walk into a room and just get the vibe immediately. Or the one who always knows the right thing to say, who can use a little humor to make a tense situation better. That kind of mastery over human connection, wow, it's incredibly attractive.
And, last but not least, intellectual skills. This is just the raw power of a brain firing on all cylinders. The programmer who solves a bug that seemed impossible, the strategist who's always 5 steps ahead of everyone else, the expert who can explain something super complicated and make it sound simple. You just can't deny the pull of a really sharp mind.
Okay, so we get what it is, we get why we're drawn to it, but here's the million-dollar question. How do you show your own competence without coming across as a total braggart? And this is so important because there is a very fine line here, a very fine line between attracting people and pushing them away.
And this right here really breaks it down. Bragging, it just repels people. It's all about me, me, me. It's needy. It's practically begging for validation. It's yelling, I'm great. But demonstrating, that's totally different. That's what attracts people. It's not about the outcome, it's about the love of the process. It's about sharing your passion, not your ego. It doesn't tell you anything, it shows you something. It says, wow, this is great.
So, how do you actually do this? Well, here are 4 simple steps. Number 1, just get lost in the process. Seriously, the most magnetic thing is watching someone so focused they don't even know you're there. 2, share your passion, not your trophies. Talk about why you love doing it. That energy is infectious. 3, let your work speak for itself. You don't have to announce that you're good at something. People will see it. And number 4, when someone asks a question, be generous. Share what you know. It's kind of a funny paradox, right? The less you try to impress people, the more impressive you actually become.
All right, let's wrap this up. Here's the absolute best part about all of this. Competence magnetism isn't some magic trait you're either born with or you're not. Nope, it's something anyone can build. So let's talk about how you can cultivate your own. So what's the big takeaway here? First, remember that competence is an attractive quality that's actually in your control. It's not about what you have, it's about what you can do. Second, it works because it's wired deep inside us. Third, there are so many ways to be competent.
practical, creative, social, intellectual. So find what you love. And finally, the most important part, show, don't tell. Focus on your passion for the work, not on getting praise for it.
So I want to leave you with one last question to think about. What's that one skill for you? You know the one. The thing you do where you get so lost in it, you're just in the zone, and you can feel it connecting you to other people without even trying. Think about it. Because if you can find that, well, that's basically a superpower. Thanks for tuning in.